quiet hours of twilight, James found himself wandering the streets of a town entirely alone. The air was thick with an eerie stillness as he wandered the deserted streets, calling out, but only hearing his voice echo back. James's heart pounded as he explored, the loneliness weighing heavily on him. His mind raced, trying to recall how he ended up here, but he had no memory beyond waking up on a bench in the middle of the ghost town. The sun cast long shadows across the deserted landscape, adding to the surreal atmosphere. Every step he took seemed to echo in the emptiness. He walked past houses with open doors and abandoned cars in the street, their doors ajar as if left in haste. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves in the wind. James's breaths grew shallow as he called out again, hoping for any response, but there was none. As he continued his journey, he stumbled upon a department store. The automatic doors swooshed open, greeting him with an unsettling ding. Inside, the fluorescent lights flickered, casting eerie shadows among the neatly arranged shelves. He wandered through the aisles, picking up random items, a plush teddy bear, a shiny wristwatch, and a pack of gum. His fingers grazed the items as if seeking some semblance of normalcy. He carried his selections to the cashier counter and placed the exact change on the counter, despite knowing no one was there to take it. Feeling a growing sense of despair, James left the store and continued through the town. He walked past a diner, its neon sign still buzzing despite the lack of customers. He peered inside to see plates of untouched food on tables, as if everyone had vanished mid-meal. The scent of the food teased his senses, but he had lost his appetite. James found himself at the edge of town, where the buildings gave way to dense woods. The sky had darkened, the stars beginning to pierce through the twilight. An overwhelming fatigue washed over him. He felt drawn to the woods as if some unseen force was guiding him. James passed a playground with swings swaying gently in the breeze. The sight of the empty swings evoked memories of childhood innocence, a stark contrast to the eerie reality he now faced. He sat on one of the swings, pushing himself gently, the creaking sound echoing in the stillness. James got up off the swing and continued walking through the forest. He felt a strange sense of calm wash over him. The towering trees and dense foliage created a canopy that blocked out the sky, casting everything in shadows. He walked deeper into the woods, the path becoming less distinct with each step. James's thoughts began to drift as fatigue set in. He wondered if he was truly alone or if unseen eyes were watching him from the darkness. The hoot of an owl and the rustling of leaves added to the eerie ambiance, making him feel both comforted and uneasy. Finding a soft patch of grass, James lay down, the forest floor surprisingly comfortable. As he closed his eyes, he felt a strange sense of peace. The fear and confusion melted away, replaced by a deep, consuming sleep. He dreamed of a world where he was surrounded by loved ones, where laughter and joy filled the air. When James opened his eyes again, the forest seemed to glow with an ethereal light, and he felt lighter, almost weightless. He sat up from where he was laying down and looked around, feeling an odd detachment from everything around him. He stood up and looked around, and he looked down on where he was laying down. There, he saw it, a skeleton, lying peacefully among the grass. The bones were bleached white by the sun, and the remnants of tattered clothing clung to the frame. At that moment, James realized the truth. He had been dreaming all along, trapped in a nightmare where he was forever alone. He had wandered into the woods, gotten lost, and succumbed to the elements. His body had perished, but his mind continued to wander in a spectral echo of the life he once had. And so, the town remained empty, save for the faint whispers of the wind and the memory of a man who had dreamt of loneliness. The forest claimed his body, but his spirit roamed, forever searching for answers in an endless twilight.